Okay, today last class for the 3 hours. Because Kesavan asked me to go through Flutter as well, because my plan is I'm not going to go through Flutter, but Kesavan, since Kesavan asked this morning, so what I suggest is I'm going to do Flutter today. Sorry, not Flutter. Firebase. All right. My plan is I don't want to do it, but since Kesavan asked, I will do it anyway. But today you don't need to do anything like. Well, you just watch, so that. Well, while I'm doing it, I'm explaining lah, alright. I'm showing the step, so that everything is recorded, alright. So you can hari ni relax sikit lah, alright. Just watch me do, alright. Try to understand what it is. Nanti, alright. Bila you take your time, right? You take your time. And then try to redo it lah, right? And I will share the source code. So Raj already come in as well. So let me repeat back. So basically, this morning Kesavan messaged me, right? Because he wanted me to cover Flutter, but I already told you guys I'm not going to cover Flutter sebab tak cukup masa kan. But since you asked and he asked anyway, alright. So what I suggest for today, you guys just relax, alright? Just relax. Let me do the code. Alright, let me show you the code. Let me upload the code. Let me show you. Let me explain. Let me terangkan. I will not wait lah. Alright, biasanya kan I tunggu kan. So today I will just do non-stop. Alright, so that it's recorded. Alright, so that is recorded. And then you have a source code lah. Alright, by the end of this class you have a source code. So in case you need to redo it, you redo it separately lah ya. Alright, so that's my plan for your last class. Alright, mula-mula kita nak buat tapi tak apalah, alright. Dah Kesavan ask, then I will do lah, alright. Okay, so I think this is my one of my slide, my last slide. The last time I did Flutter, this is the slide that I have. Alright, so I will refer to this slide. Alright, I will refer to this. The last time I did Firebase. Right, this is the last slide that I did. Right. So the idea is for me to create something like this. Right. So the idea is I'm going to create 5 pages. That's the plan last time kan. That's the plan as well for us to do it. Tapi tak cukup masa and everything. Not tak cukup masa. I think we spend time do project management and everything kan. I think it's good as well. It makes a little bit. So this was the plan, right? This was the plan, all right? So I'm going to do it for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first, this is the home page, login page, all right? No account sign up, we will go here, register. Forgot password, we go here, forgot password. Once I log in, right, I will go to this page. And actually, this is a directory, all right? This is a directory of all. Okay, this is the directory of my company lah, right? My company, right? So let's say that I put myself, my friends and everything kan, macam Slack, right? A little bit like Slack, but it's one-to-one lah. It's one-to-one. It's not group or something. If you want to do group also can, if you want to do group also can. But the one you cari sendiri lah, you cari sendiri, you fikir sendiri once you advance a little bit. Right. So I will call this project chat app. For information, right, I already deleted all the project because last create a new Flutter project. Because last week my ni tak cukup, alright, my space tak cukup. I told you Flutter take a lot of files, so tak cukup. Then I deleted everything on week module 3 already, right? So I call this chat app, alright. So and then press next and then finish. Sorry tak payah buat. Just follow me and then just tengok. Alright, try to sambil-sambil try to ingat balik and everything. And then bila ada masa try kita you review ya. Okay. So 1 2 3 4 5. Alright, 5 pages. 1 2 3 4 5. 5 pages. Alright, 5 pages. So I ingat balik, alright, how to do that, right? The first thing that we do, alright, we create a widget folder. Alright, the first thing that I normally do, I will create a folder. That folder is called widgets, right? Widgets. Inside widgets, I will create 5 files. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So home, login, register, forgot password, main, all right, main page, or chat page, or chat detail. All right. So I will create 5 files. The first one is login, register, forgot password, chat, all right, and then chat detail, I call it chat detail. All right, so this is the five pages. Okay. Let me see. This one is a form, right? This one is a form, but the form will simply redirect. All right, the form will simply redirect. So if you remember, kan, I said that if you have a form, normally it is a stateful, right? If you have a form, normally it is a stateful, all right? But if the form does not change anything within the page, then it is a stateless. Okay. Macam if you are unclear, right? If you are unclear, macam this one, right? After I fill in the form, right? After I fill in the form, what will happen is it will redirect me to a page, right? Or it will show a toast if something goes wrong, all right? So in both cases, it will not change anything within the page, right? So that is a stateful, that is a stateless, right? An example of a form that changed something on the page, if you remember, is the BMI calculator, right? When we did the BMI calculator, for example, kita kira, right? We kira, and then when we press calculate, it is shown on the page, right? Or this thing will change, right? When something on the UI change, that is a stateful. If something inside the UI does not change, then that is a stateless, right? So in case you go to interview or something, right? If there is a question, right? Then this is the definition, right? This is the right definition, right? So a stateless widget never change, right? Inside the UI element, it will never change, whereas a stateful widget, right? The appearance change based on user interaction, right? So that's you kena faham I think they might ask lah, right? This is stateless or stateful? This is stateless or stateful? The first thing, if I have to do this page, is it stateless or stateful? Stateless or stateful, right? So this one is stateless. This one is stateful, all right? This one is confirmed stateful. This one, I think, is a stateless. I think, but I will put stateful, all right? Because I think I need to use init state, right? So, if I need to use init state, so dalam dua benda, one is if, right? If I need to change the value on the UI, or if I need to use init state, right? I should declare the page as stateful. Alright, siapa ingat what is init state? Who can tell me what is init state? This is very important. Init state ni sangat penting. Right, because if you do any language, this kind of thing, init state, the concept of init state is there. Alright, init state means what? Lambat jawab, takut tak habis. So sama you better answer because init state means when the page is loaded. Alright, so you have to remember what is init state. When the UI is loaded, when the page is loaded, that is an init state. Right? So stateless, stateful. This one I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think it's stateful. This one is stateful. Right. So I will do that. Stateless login is stateless. Login page. Register is stateless. Right. Register page. Right. Forgot password is stateless. Forgot password page. Chat is stateful, right? Chat page, and then chat detail is stateful, right? Chat detail, right? And then for each of the page, I will import material dot dot, right? Package material dot dot, right? Package material dot, right? Package material dot dot, and one more package material dot dot. Right. Then macam biasa, right? Macam biasa, in every page I will create a scaffold. Right? I will start by the login page first. So scaffold, app bar, right? App bar, title, alright, text, alright, login, and then body. Macam biasa, I always do like this, so that this is the login page. Right, so this is the register page. This is the chat page and chat detail. All right, chat detail. And then chat page. Okay, last, alright. So yang ini padam, yang ini padam, alright. And then I will put the first page that's going to be loaded is the login page. Login dot. Alright, so the first page that's going to be is login page. Right, so once I do that, this is asas lah, no asas, right? Benda the basic things that we do. Nothing. The first part you boring sikit, not boring lah, right? Because there is nothing Firebase, because not no Firebase, because I have to create the UI. I have to create the UI. But once the UI is done, then I will set up Firebase. Okay, let me ini dulu. Okay. Okay, so that's wait a minute, my app is rejected. Okay, so then, right, what UI, right, I will do the UI. The UI also looks banyak, but actually it's the same, almost the same thing for everything, right? It's almost the same thing for 1, 2, 3 pages, almost the same thing, right? So I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will have a column, right? So that is going to be a revision as well on how to create a UI. So I will start with a column, right? Dalam column ada children, right? Then I will have a text field. Dalam text field, I will have decoration, input decoration, hint, alright. Enter your email, alright, and then I will have, we'll just do that first, and then I will have decoration, enter your password, and then have obscure text true. All right, so this one we have done together. All right, then we have button, so text button. All right, text button on press, something will happen. All right, inside when the button is pressed. This is a login. All right, then I will have two more buttons. One is sign up. No account. All right, no account. Sign up. And then another one is forget password. Another one is forgot password. All right, so this is how I'm going to create the UI. Very simple. To start, it is very simple. Then I will check apa yang tak kena. I need a padding, right? I need a padding, so I'll just put a padding there. Pergi balik to my page. Where's my Android Studio? Pergi balik to my Android Studio. Okay, we just add the padding. Okay, so just a reminder, once I have a padding, ada jarak, just now no jarak. After a padding, I know already if I do this, or if I try to type, kan ada benda kuning ni so this one I know already. The reason why it has that is because this page need to be put inside a single scroll single scroll child view, right? Single child scroll view, right? Single child scroll view. So I pergi balik to my code again. I will put it inside a single scroll child view. All right, we get single child scroll view, right? Single child scroll view. All right. So once I have that, then the thing will be there. I think hari tu and then this one I tak ingat, right? This one I tak ingat. I think you know already. I tak ingat. So how to change button color Flutter to, right? I don't text button change text button color. Alright, so this one I I memang tak ingat because the code is very long. So every time I knew, so I will Google. So I think it's theme, right? Theme. Where was it? This one was somewhere. Style. Hari tu I buat lain kan, but yeah. Well, every time I always Google. Every time I always Google. Because I also remember it's longer. Last time it was just color. Kali ni dia ni sikit. So in the first one, I'll just put style, text button, style from, colors pink. I'll just put dark blue lah. Color blue accent or something, right? So the thing is up. Betul ke color? Background color. Or did I use background color? No, actually no. Sorry, it was not the wrong code. It was how to change text button background color. Alright, text button background color Flutter. We did it, alright, but I didn't remember every time. This one, alright, this one. So we already saw it. Okay, so the style here, I will change it with style button style background color color dark blue or something like that. Blue accent something. Blue accent. Ini merah. Why is it red? Comma tak ada. Comma. Okay, tulisan pula tak ada. So tulisan I think is thin color. We already saw it. It's thin color. Right. One is background color. Right. Another one is thin color. Thin color. Dekat dalam ni ya. Thin color. Thin color. For foreground color. Colors. Dot. What? Foreground color. Foreground color. Oh, sama juga material stick prop. Is it foreground color? Color thin. Foreground color material stick. Color stop. What? Okay, alright. So that's the thing. So jaga-jaga je dia punya ni. So this is for the tulisan, right? Foreground color, and this is for the background. So yang lagi dua tu okay lah kan? Yang lagi dua tu I think is ni, alright? Is ni. Then what will happen? So this is your week 1 of Flutter, right? When I said your first class of Flutter, right? So I'm going to use the Flutter punya reference time. So creating a UI, introduce to all these element is your first class of Flutter, right? Creating a UI element. Then on your second class of Flutter, you learned about navigation, right? How to go from one page to another page. That's what we're going to do now. So when this button is pressed, it's going to go to register page. When this button is pressed, it's going to go to forgot password press. When this button is pressed, it's going to call an API, but that one is later. Right, at the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to just bring it to the chat page, right? So we start with this first. So when the login button is pressed, it's going to navigation, navigator dot push context, right? Soalan exam, soalan exam last time. Material page route, right? Material page route. All right, builder will have a context. All right, and then this will go to the register page. Right, dan dekat atas tu dia akan download, right? Dia dekat atas tu dia akan ni dia akan import automatically. Okay, then dekat sini navigator.page, right? Navigator, forgot password. Navigator, navigator.push context, alright? Material page route builder, alright, context. And then this one is forgot password page. Bucket dekat sini. Kenapa dia ni? Material.page context forgot password page semicolon. I tutup satu. Terlupa satu kali semicolon. Semicolon. Okay. And this one, it will go to the chat page. So navigator dot push context material page route context, right? And then this will go to the chat. Right, so if everything is okay, right? This one, right? You see, it will go to login page, register page, right? No account, register page. This will go to forgot password page, and this will go to the chat page, right? So now, for each of the page, I will create the UI, right? So stop 2 minit, right? Untuk you digest kejap. UI dia, UI aja. I will stop for digest berhenti rehat ya. Kalau I non stop dia pening kepala. So stop kejap 2 minit. You don't need to do You do. I will give you the source code and I will do it later. Let's see. Well, you can link it. All right, if you want, you can link it to each of the project. All right, if you want, you can link it to each of the project. But make sure that you know what you do, Make sure that you know what you do. So, for example, if they ask, what does this things mean? All right, double dot. I might ask, if I were you, I might ask, what is this double dot? What is this? What is minus minus? All right, all that. Why is alias? If I knew so I might verify a little bit. If it was me, I might ask lah. Ni apa benda ni? What is it? What does this mean? So just make sure that whatever that you put, it makes sense and you can justify lah what is it. What is pseudo class and everything. Okay, alright. So can lah, if you want, you can put. Okay. register page, right? Register page very easy. Register page very easy. Why I said it is easy? Because we almost have everything already. So we just copy this, all the body I copy, right? All the body I copy. Up. Letak dekat sini. Okay. This one, register will have enter your email, it will have enter your password, and then login, jangan tukar register. Alright. And then this one same lah, right? If we go to and then all these button tak ada ya. So all these two button tak ada. So that's how easy it is because it's the same thing. It is reusable. So 1, 2, alright, 1, 2, the button, and then that's it. Alright, this it will go once it's registered, it will go to the chat page or something else. So import widget chat page. Okay, sekejap je register, alright, because you already have it, alright. So practically register is this 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So once you have the button, right? Once you have this, you copy dari login. Nanti bila you buat balik, you just copy from login, and then so I think I have an extra semicolon. And then that's it, right? So this is no account sign up. All right, this is my register page. All right, enter your email, enter your password, and then register. Right. And then same thing as well. The forgot password page is actually the register page. All right, without the password. All right, so we copy this. All right, I will copy this. We go to forgot password page. I will replace this. All right, it's actually the UI is the same thing. Enter your email without the password, right? Because you forgot your password. That's why you can't enter your password. So it's practically this, right? Enter your email, right? So this one will not go to, right? Once it's pressed, yang ini je lain sikit. Once it's pressed, right, I will go to the previous page. I think register also the same thing lah. Navigator.pop context, right? Navigator.pop context. I think register also I will do the same. Register also I will do the same. Once, right? Once I already register, I will do navigator.pop context. So just a reminder, right? Just a reminder. What is push and pop? Push ke depan, right? Push you going front. When I press register, right, you go back, right? Pop keluar, push ke depan, pop keluar. Alright, so that's yeah. So I think when I explain this notation to you, right? When I explain this notation to you, I will share with you, right? Originally, siapa yang nak ke IT sikit, you have to say it was even in my history. It was actually part, right? The notion of push and pop.
So you want to be a software engineer at Google? Go to algorithm.io.
Stack, right? They call it stack data structure, right? This is the theory. The theory is actually stack data structure. Siapa yang ni lepas ni nak sambung a little bit, right? Want to self study a little bit, you can learn about data structure stack, right? Stack. You will have the notion of push, pop. That's very good. So that's where the name come from. Alright, register, forgot password, login. Any questions? Very easy, copy paste only. So before Maghrib, we will do the UI. After Maghrib, before Maghrib, I can do the UI, right? After Maghrib, I will do the 2-page Firebase integration, right? Firebase integration. Okay, so login. All right, so login. This is the UI for login. So as a junior developer, all right. Bagi ambil air jap. Give me 2 minutes. I want to take drinks. Okay, so as a junior developer, all right, as somebody who will graduate for coding school or something, you need to be able to identify each of the UI elements. So that's one thing that you need to. Yeah, I was yesterday I was looking at ni. I was judging a competition yesterday. I didn't take the picture. I thought the guy friend with me. Let me see. Maybe his name is different. Oh, five without five. So I was judging this competition yesterday. Right, I was judging the competition yesterday. So this is university student, degree students. Right. So she built this using Flutter. So after one of the ni apa competition. One of the ni apa for their FYP final year project after 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years of study in university. Right? So this is what she did lah, right, for yesterday, right? So it's actually using Flutter. Dia macam buat macam jom parking lah, right? Dia buat macam jom parking. Ada tiga app. One is for the apa driver for us lah, right? Orang-orang yang parking. Right? One is for the user, orang-orang yang parking. Another one is penguat kuasa, right? So you can if you go Selangor, check the plate number and everything. Another one is for the parking operator, I think, right? So there tiga. One is parking operator, one is penguat kuasa, another one is for user, right? So these are some of the things that you can practice, right? Try to replicate your parking or something. This is I think she did it using Flutter. Right, this is what a degree student can do. So if you can build something like what she did, this is top 10, not top 10, 10%. 10% of the UMP students, right? 10%, 250 submission, top 25 lah. But the girl gets silver. For this project. Right? So I just show, right, something that you can try. This is a benchmark. Something that a degree student. If you want to look for a job, you have to compete with her. Right? For example, you have to compete with this kind of app. If you want to show project, all right, you cannot show. Ni lah, right? This girl, she has like 3 apps, right? So you have to build portfolio like what she did lah. Right? So 3 apps. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's one thing, right? That's one thing. And then firstly, then don't forget you have to identify what is this. All right. This is a list view, right? This is a list view. So pergi dekat Flutter list view. Alright, so the code of a list view is here. All right, copy it. It's on my chat page. All right, I put it here, list view. And then I need to create a mock data. All right, when you create a UI for a list view, all right, if you remember, right, you need to create a mock data. All right, I have to create a mock data. So somewhere over here, I will have var checks equals to, all right, curly bracket, all right, the name and department, right? So name, ref IT. Now you have another initial, right? Department marketing. We have Johan, right? Department marketing. All right, this one you have, for example, June, right? Department sales. All right, maybe. All right, so this is my mock data. All right, so this is my not chats. All right. Customer colleagues, users and friends, friends. Right. How many items are there? Right. So this is always the same thing. How many items are there? We did it dua kali. Once when we did the to do, another one when we did the Harry Potter. Right. So this is the third time we did it. So by right you should know by now. So this is how many rows are there. So it depends on the item, how many items on the friends table, right? How many items on the friends table. So friends.length, and then for each of the row, right? For each of the row, we show a list style. Right? So list style will have a title text, friends, position, index, right, name, exclamation mark. Sini ya. Well, name. Oh, betul lah kan? Exclamation. Oh, I have to do something like this. Up. I have to do like this, right? I have to do like this. And then another one is subtitle, right? Subtitle. Friends. Index. Department. But I think something is wrong lah, because the color tu macam tak betul. Right, I think something is wrong. Semicolon. Let me see. I doubt a little bit. I think it's a curly bracket. Missing curly bracket. No, sorry, curly bracket should be here. Same thing as well. What is wrong? I think like this okay, but I did some mistake. What mistake did I did? I think it's, what was the error? Square bracket. Oh no, because I have two curly bracket. Right, I have an extra curly bracket here. Right, so extra curly bracket. Right, and then this betul lah, exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Right, so something that this one we exclamation mark we already explained. Just now I was confused because I have an extra curly bracket there. But this is how it is. All right. So once I have that. Okay, I have to stop it because I made a mistake just now. I have to stop and play. So let me stop and play. Okay, so I go here, from here I go here, right? So this is all my my name, all right, and then this in here. I think during the exam, not during the exam, during the assessment, one of the assessment that we did, all right. So we have macam card, right? So if you want the list style just now, all right, which is inside my chat page, I can put it inside a card. If I put it inside a card, dia akan ada kotak. So this is, I think we saw the questions, but we never had a chance, right, to try it. So if you put a card, dia akan ada kotak. And then usually also on the trailing, I will put icons dot chevron right. All right, chevron right, or keyboard arrow, right, which means that this is touchable, this is pressable, and you can open the next page if you press this, right? And then I'm going to do, right, once the button is pressed, so on tab. Ini kalau exam mungkin dia keluar tau, right? If you're taking a certification exam, they might ask you, right? So what is this? A is on press, B is on tab, C is on long press, D is on something, right? So you remember list style is not on press. On press is for a button. This one is going to be an on tab, all right? So navigator dot push context material page route context, right? This will go to the chat detail page. All right, so last check detail page. All right, once I have that, we will go to chat detail page. So chat detail page, right? The UI is this. I simplify the UI, right? I simplify the UI because I want it to be closer to what the exercise that we did, right? This, if you remember, right, this UI is the UI that is similar to the Harry Potter UI. All right, so the Harry Potter UI. So it's that's the reason why I do it like that. Biasanya chat kalau WhatsApp dekat bawah kan, but I simplify it so that it will be closer, right? It will be a revision exercise sama macam the Harry Potter punya, right? So the UI is the same, right? So there's notion of expanded, right? We saw on the Harry Potter exercise ada benda baru which is called expanded. So if we have to open it. That's susah ni apa? Itu yang menyebabkan susah Android Studio ni, because kadang-kadang have ni especially when I do multi ni chat detail macam ni Alright, so here, so we have a column. Dalam column, right, we have the first one, we have a row sama macam ni. Inside the row will have the children. Inside the children, the first one I will have a text field. Text field input decoration, text decoration, input type. All right, hint, text, sorry, input decoration, not text decoration, input decoration, right? Input decoration, hint text, enter message. Right. And then over here I will have text button, button on press, and then this one is a text, right? Text, and then the text is for example set. Right, so you will have this benda ni, the thing will not come out. The reason why it not come out is because I did not specify which one needs to be bigger than which one, right? The flex principle, which one need to be bigger than this one, or which one, right? So following what I did with macam I buat dengan Harry Potter page, right? I will make it as expanded. Now Flutter no, right? This will take priority over this button, right? Flutter no, this will take priority over this button, right? And then sama juga for the at the bottom, it's going to be a list view, alright, sama macam ni. It's going to be a list view, 1, 2, 3. I will create the mock data. Alright, so somewhere over here we'll have var chats equals to sender message, right? Jom makan. And then I will have your time. All right, time is for example 12 p.m. All right, and then I will have over here sender. It's Arif. I already eaten. All right, so this one is 12:03. I will reply back lah, tak apalah, alright, tak apalah. Alright, so 12:04. Alright, so this is the mock data. So the mock data, I will show it here. So list view dot builder, alright, so builder context index. Right, so return tak ada bracket. Return list style, so list style title text, right, $sign message, same thing as well, chats position, index message, and then over here semicolon here, and over here I'll put subtitle text. Okay, actually $sign chats, double curly bracket, chats index, sender, all right, and then time chats index time, right, chats index time, right. So once I do that, right, then I will have my mock data, right, but sama juga dia tak keluar. The reason why tak keluar, when you do this kind of UI, you have to remember, oh kenapa tak keluar, right? We have did it together, so that's why this patutnya jadi, if we had more time, right? If we have more time, if I was faster, right? Normally ni revision lah, right? But because we take it slowly a little bit, right? So this we're going to have an expanded, and then up, already, yeah. 1, 2, 3, up. Sama kenapa dia? I tak ubah entries.length, so I have to change entries.length just now. Android Studio, up. Ni list view builder, item builder, I lupa letak dia punya length, right? Length count, item count, chats.length. Alright, so if you don't do that, you saw what kind of error that you will have just now. If can do that tadi. So this one, but all of this is mock data at the moment, right? You saw already, right? If you want, you can add card. Right? Kalau nak bagi dia cantik, I can add card as well over here. Okay, so that's about it. Nothing new. Alright, I also go quickly. Alright, I go quickly. Tapi nanti bila, if you are interested to try, you stop lah. You buat, you stop, and then you compare with the source code. You buat, you stop, you compare with the source code a little bit. Alright, so I also go quickly. If you want, this one I can add padding as well. Kalau cantik, I would add padding a little bit. Alright, so but these are all revision lah. Right, these are all revision. Nothing Firebase yet, right? So only after this you're going to see Firebase. Right, so after this we will set up this project so that it will be connected to Firebase. We will do Firebase registration, login, and after that we're going to store the data. The chat message you can store the data inside Firebase. Even the girl, the one that I showed just now, also actually she's using Firebase to create the parking app. Alright, so that's how you have to imagine how the database looks like. Right, then you build it. Okay, so any questions? Or any question on the UI? Nanti the code I will need one shot lah. I will upload one shot. Right, it's just a UI, right? Just a revision. If any, we stop sampai pukul 8. Right, we stop sampai pukul 8. Today, right, reminder, today is a 3 hours class because it's a replacement class. So, okay, sebab tu I cakap sempat ke 3 jam bila 4 hours might be sufficient, right? But 3 hours, that's why I said tak apalah. I will just do it and then you so that's the reason kenapa I buat, I tak tunggu you, right? Because today the class is 3 hours, it's a replacement. Alright, so see you at 8 p.m. I'm going to unshare my screen and this, but I think I need to check something as well. Teams pun susah. Okay. Okay. So I will show you the Flutter part. 1 hour 30 minutes, right? 1 hour. Hopefully hopefully can done in 1 hour 30 minutes. Well, tadi kita break kejap. Let's lah. Right. Kalau terlajak sikit lah. Alright, so once I do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to firebase.google.com. Alright, so I think I've gone through this with you already, right? We have one question. The first one, the first exam questions. I think I have questions about Firebase. So Firebase helps you to have your own backend using platform as service, right? So platform as service. So you can have your own backend using Firebase, but until one time you have to pay lah, right? At the moment it might be free. So for example, Firestore, right? Firestore is the database. So let's say that we're going to use Firestore today. We're going to store the database inside Firebase. So I can store up to 1 gig of data. All right. After 1 gig of data, then I have to pay already. I even have to pay because in my Anak to You app, right, we have one function, the chat function we built using Firebase. Now we have to pay already for that chat function, right? Once I'm scaled, once I'm getting bigger, then I have to pay. I have start to pay already, right? Another service that we're going to use is to manage the authentication, right? To manage the login. Right? So I'm going to use Firebase as well. But other than that, all right, you can I think if I'm not mistaken, I already go through this. Right, try to check back the previous video. Right, I might already go through all the other functions. Right. So what I'm going to do at first, I'm going to say that I'm going to use Firebase in my project. Or I'm going to say that I'm going to use Firebase in my project. So I go to firebase.google.com. I go to firebase.google.com. Number one, right? Go to firebase.google.com and then I will create a project. All right, so I will add a project, right? Add a project there. So maybe this one I call it chat app, right? Chat app, all right, batch 24, all right, chat app batch 24, anything, and then press continue. All right. This one I can ignore it, right? If I want, I can. If Google Analytics is actually to get analytics of your application. Well, you turn on, turn off also can. Right? I will turn off first lah, right? If nanti berat. So that's the next step is you can turn on or turn off. Then press add, right? Then press add, all right. On or off Google Analytics. All right, once the project is ready, right? Then I will choose get started, right? Get started to Firebase, right? By adding Firebase to your app. I'm going to focus on Android app, right? So I'm going to create an Android app. I said that I want to create an Android project for Firebase, and then they will ask me, all right, what is your package name, right? This we already covered this last week. Package name is the IC, right? The identification of your application, right? So just now, once when I create my app just now, I must have created the package name, right? If I forget, all right, we already gone through as well last week, right? If I forget, I can always check, all right, at, why the thing is an exit punishment. If I forget, I can always check it on my Android, all right, Android app, Android manifest, right, Android app SRC main, right, Android SRC main, Android SRC main, Android manifest, right? So my.com.anaktoyou.chat, right? This is the one that you did when you create your app, right? So my.com.anaktoyou.chat app. All right, I press register. And then download the config file. All right, so this file will be created. All right, so I will download it, and then I will just follow the instructions. So switch to project view in Android to Studio. All right, to see your project directory, and move the Google Services JSON file you just downloaded into your Android app module root directory. So I just follow the instruction. So I open back my Android Studio, all right, changed it to the project, right? So now it's under project lah. Make sure that it's under project. Move the Google, so copy the Google service file into Android app folder, right? So inside this folder, it has to be inside this folder. So I will just buka lah, we nampak sikit lah. So I will just drag it, right? Drag it. I will put it inside the app folder, boleh? Can I drag it from here? No, I think I cannot drag it from there. I have to like open it in Finder first. Alright, then only I can drag. Tak boleh juga lah. Oh, why cannot drag it? Cannot drag it. Why cannot drag it? Why cannot drag it? Okay, sekali lagi ya. So I'll just go up. Project, alright, Android app, alright, Android app, try to drag it. Okay, baru boleh ya. Tak boleh juga. Sekali lah, kalau tak boleh, I will just one of the thing, kalau tak boleh, I will just reveal in Finder, right, reveal in Finder. I will just put it there. I will just put it. Susah betul. Alright, I will just put it there. I will just put this here. It need to be inside the app folder. I will just put it there, right? So once I put it there, then the thing should be here. Reload from this, right? The thing should be here. Right? So that's what they asked me to just switch to the project view, all right? Move the Google Service user into your Android app module root directory, right? So inside the app folder, right? So it's going to be there. Yes. Okay, next, add Firebase SDK. All right, add the Firebase SDK. So the Google Service plugin for loads the Google Service JSON file you downloaded, modify your build.grader file to use the plugin. So this one, all right, I think this is the, so this one is add the Google services.json file into the app root folder. All right, and then number 3 is, all right, follow the instruction. Right, follow the instruction. All right, so I think this is the one that actually I already have here. Okay, I will just put it there. I will just put notes for each of the place. All right, in case, right, I already showed to you, right, in case, right, you forget, all right, you forget your application ID, right? This is where you find it, all right? So this one is for your not right later, so I already put it. This one I already showed it to you just now. Then I boleh drag, right? This one I can drag, but I don't know what happened to do today. I tak tahu apa jadi. Right, so this one, right, this one I need to adjust. So I adjust this accordingly to what they asked me to do. So project build.gradle, right? This is if you remember kan hari tu, Diana, I think we played with this too many times, right? So you have project, there are dua. One is project build.gradle, another one is project app build.gradle, right? So this one is project app build.gradle, this one is project build.gradle, right? So inside project build.gradle, check if you have the following line under repositories. Check if you have the following line. This one okay. Add this line. So add this line inside dependencies. So add this line inside dependencies. Check that you have the following line. So all projects, check that you have the following line, which is this one, right? So I have it there, right? So this one, save it, and then I will do this one, app level. Inside app level, I will do, so this one app.gradle inside the app folder. So this one I will add this, right? I will add this apply plugin com.google Google service, right? So this one, where should I put it? I should put it, apply this one. I will just look for perkataan apply plugin, right? And then I'll put it there, right? I will just put it there, right? And then I press save. That's only it. This one I can ignore it for a while, right? This one I ignore it for a while. So technically I'm following my slide. I think untuk buat senang, just follow the slide, right? So let me put a color code or something in case nanti you nak cuba kan. So this one is this one, right? So up, and then yang tadi ni I think is this one, this one. Alright. Then install Firebase authentication and Firebase core from pub.dev. So you go to pub.dev. Go look for Firebase authentication. Firebase AUTH, just make sure that it's available for Android, iOS, and Mac OS. So Firebase AUTH, right? So the code to install it is this one. So Firebase AUTH. I go to my pubspec.yaml. I will put it here, right? And then another one is Firebase core, Firebase AUTH, Firebase core. All right, installing. All right, I put it here, and then I put it here. All right, so once I add it, all right, we just do pub get. Okay, so once that's done, all right, the next step, I think the next step is initialize Firebase. So inside main file, inside main.dat, I need to, all right, get ready. I want to use Firebase, right? I want to use Firebase over here, right? Inside here, before run.myapp, I will add this line, right? So add this two line, right? Add this two lines, right? So I copy it, and then there is a word asing, so copy it here. All right, dia kamera, then do asing. I think I forget import Firebase, right? Import Firebase core, Firebase core. Okay. So that's to make sure that I include Firebase inside my project, right? So once I do this, nothing happened yet. Nothing will happen, right? Just press stop and play, but nothing will happen. Okay, if all is still okay, all right. If all is still okay, then it's okay, right? You will not know it, all right. You will not know it until we try the first one, right? The first thing that we're going to do, all right. The first thing that we're going to do. So once I have this, is to add the create user code, right? The first thing that we're going to do, we're going to add the create user function, right? Which is the register page, right? Just kejap nanti you tengok I buat sekali it's not that hard, it's always the same thing, right? We're going to create the register function, right? So inside this is our register function. What I'm going to do, right? Actually I have a text field, I should have done it just now. So var email controller, right, equals to text editing controller, var password controller, right, equals to text editing controller. All right, and then this one we already see as well, right? So I will link this to email controller. I will link this to password controller. All right, when the button is pressed, right? When the button is pressed, I'm going to register user. All right, I'm going to register user. I don't know how to do it. So if I don't know how to do it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the documentation. Right. So I know that, right? I know that I have to initialize and everything, but I can't really remember the code. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be humble and look the documentation. Right, inside the documentation, they will always have an example. Right, they will have an example here. The first thing that I have to do is I have to initialize it. So Firebase, sorry. I have to add, did I put it there? I also Firebase. I think I try. I think it's like this. The first one is initialize Firebase authentication instance. Right, so that's the first step. I don't know why I'm smart and I don't put it there. Right, I should have put the code there. But let me try to get it from my head. Okay, so var, I think somewhere over here, right? Somewhere over here, I'm going to initialize Firebase authentication. So Firebase AUTH, Firebase AUTH dot instance, right? So if I'm not mistaken, this is how you initialize it, right? I will just add a note here, right? So, or any page, right? Any page that going to use Firebase authentication, right? So for what, which page will use, right? For, right? For all the page that is going to use Firebase authentication, right? So let's see, when we talk about Firebase authentication, we talk about login function, right? We talk about login function. But if you're talking about login function, you also have to register. Before you log in, you have to register. Then one other thing is, if you register, then you have to forgot password. All right. So these 3 pages you will add the first line every time. All right. So for all these 3 pages, you will add the first line every time. Okay. So later you will see lah. Right? Later you will see. All right. Then after that, add the create user page. All right. So I'm going, this line means I'm going to use Firebase authentication. I'm going to use Firebase login function. That's what that code means. Yeah, I'm lost with the icon. That's what this code means. I'm going to use Firebase authentication. All right, so that's what this code means. All right, and then when the button is pressed, all right, I will create user in Firebase authentication. Right, when the code is pressed, I will create user, say auth.create user with email and passwords. What is the email? The email is coming from the controller. So email controller.text. And the password is password controller.text. Right. So when the user log in, I will create user with email and password. Is everything is okay? Right. If everything is okay, maybe, all right, maybe I will just do print print user, all right, successfully registered. All right, if it's not okay, all right, I will catch error. I will just do catch error. If it's not okay, I will do something is wrong. All right, something print, something is wrong, and it's actually error. Right? So that's how I'm going to log in user. Right? I'm going to log user in. If everything is okay, I will print, right, user successfully registered, and then I will navigate navigator. I will do navigator dot kenapa tak boleh print user successfully registered. I will just do that first. I was planning to. Right. Let's try that. Before I try that, right? So I have to go to, before I try that, I have to go to, right, before testing, right? Before testing, you need to go to Firebase authentication console, all right, and enable Firebase authentication. Right, before you do that, you need to go to Firebase authentication console, which is here. So firebase.google.com is now. All right, get started. All right, then chat app. All right, and then I have to go to authentication. This is what I mean, authentication page. All right, I have to press this. All right, get started. All right, I have to go to get started, and then I have to say that I'm going to use this. Right, I'm going to say that I'm going to use email and password, and I want to enable this. Right, I want to use email and password, and I want to enable it. Right, so that's what I should do first, right? Before you test, right, you have to go to Firebase authentication console, and I'm going to say that I'm going to enable that. Okay, so once I enable it, right, I can try to log in. So I'll just double check. I'll just refresh and see that I already log in. All right, so I will just go here. All right, I will press register first. All right, I will press register first. I will put my email, so onemoose86@gmail.com. Password, I will put password, for example, ABCD1234. I press register. All right, so once I press register, all right, what should happen? I should get nothing at the UI because I have not done that. All right, nothing at the UI, but inside my console, for example, I should get a result, right? So either it is successful or not, I should get it on my logcat. Right, so already talked about logcat several times as well. So, kejap. Okay. Not to you just now. So user successfully registered, right? Which means that everything is okay. Everything is okay. User successfully registered. How I know, how I want to know, all right? Actually, if I go to users, right? If I go to users, then I should see that, oh, dah registered, all right? This is my user. I already registered it. So that's what is there. So once you have that, this one, for example, I will just add a comment here. I'm not going to do it nanti tak sempat. I will just, for example, you can replace this, right, with Flutter tools. Right, you already saw it. Right, this is part of revision dan semua. You can replace it with Flutter tools. And then navigator, I'm sorry, navigator.pop. Alright, navigator.pop. Kenapa tak boleh? Sekejap ya. Navigator top pop context. Basically bracket is the arrow, right? Kalau lebih dari tu naik, I tak boleh letak arrow. Right, so this one I put another email. So for example, nak show you official@gmail.com. Alright, I put password there. Alright, and then up, everything, right, successfully registered. So successfully registered, and then it will go to the previous page. So very easy to log in. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to. It's very easy to register. Any questions? 2 minit untuk tarik nafas. But I do it because kita tak banyak masa tau, right? But nanti bila you buat kan, you pause pause, tengok source code, and then try lagi. Pause, tengok source code, try lagi, alright. Okay, if you are ini, alright, I will repeat dua lagi benda, right? So this one is going to be repeated 2 times. So sama juga inside login. So inside login, step 1 is I have to make sure that all my thing is linked. So var email controller, alright, equals to text editing. If you are using Flutter, right, this should be reflex already. Nampak je ni, nampak je input kena ada benda nampak je input kena ada benda So this one controller, email controller, right? This one is controller, password controller, right? So it should be reflex. So once I have that, all right, I want to use Firebase authentication inside this page. So I want to use Firebase authentication inside this page. All right, so automatically it was imported tadi, it was not doing. Then when the button is pressed, right, when the button is pressed here, again, I will log in user, sign in, so sign in user with credential, with email and password. Right. I'm going to sign in user with email and password. What is the email? The email is actually going to come from the field. So email controller.text. Password is password controller.text. Then if everything is okay, right? If everything is okay, I will push user to the new page, right? So if it's not okay, so sama, if it's not okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do print error, right? Print error. So that's semudah itu, right? As easy as that. Right? So this one no semicolon because it's one line. Okay, so let's try. So sama, the code is the same. The name of the function is different. Just now the thing is create user, right? Now it's sign in with email and password. So the code, the step is the same, right? Once you understand the code and the step, normally no problem, right? You can do it. Okay, so let's try. All right, let's try. So if everything is okay, it will redirect me to the chat page, right? If everything is okay. So let's say that I put one moves, right, 86@gmail.com. If everything is okay, it will go to the second page, right? Okay, all right, everything is okay. Alright, so let's say that, okay, let's say I put password salah, I purposely put password salah. Alright, it will not open the new page, and then if you write here, oh, it does not open the new page because password salah. Alright, because password salah. Alright, if I put the password correct, then it will open new page. Alright. Yes.
If let's say the password is Salah, example,
Mm.
so I want to open the new page, meaning I need to create a page earlier, right? The UI UX.
If the password salah, then you have to create. You do Flutter toast lah. Alright, so somewhere over here, macam tadi kan, somewhere over here, you should, oh, password is wrong. So somewhere over here, right? Because now ini happening. Alright, somewhere over here, right? Somewhere over here, this is you create Flutter tools to tell user error, wrong password or something. Alright. So here, alright, this one no need lah, but here you have to use Flutter tools. So Flutter tools, so you have to remember, import Flutter, import pubspec, put in pubspec, and then flutter.tools. Right, so you have to do it. Kalau I buat ni tak sempat lah.
Yeah, understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, last. We try to do it in 5 minutes. Lepas ni I want to take a 5-minute break as well. And then we try to do the database, right? The database in 40 minutes. And then that's it lah. That's it. You boleh cuba once I finish demo, you can try. So forgot password, right? So dah clear, dah clear. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Alright, once it's clear for you, the first register kan, because the thing is getting easier. The thing getting easier because the field is semakin mengecil. Mula-mula ada 2, now ada 2 and then ada 1, right? So it's getting easier. You just need to know what the function is, right? So var, this one is what, email controller, right? Var email controller equals to text editing controller. Okay, and then I will go here, controller, all right, email controller. All right, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to var AUTH tadi var AUTH equals to Firebase AUTH dot instance. All right, and then over here, all right, I will do AUTH dot forgot password, send password reset email. All right, send password reset email. And then we do email controller dot. You just need to know the function name, right? You just need to know the function name. Right, all right. Then value. All right. So maybe over here we'll do sama juga over here maybe you will do a toast, right? Saying that okay, password. Please check your email or something, right? Please check your email or something. So this one I can do lah. To do, right? To do create tools or something. Okay. Okay, so let's try. So kalau, right, so let's say that I forgot my email, right? Let's say I forgot my email. All right, so I'll just put for example 1moose86@gmail.com. All right, button tu namanya. Well, I was supposed to show the thing. All right, I was supposed to do the thing, but all right, I'm going to check. But I'm going to check you my email. All right, actually, I already have it in my email. All right, so yeah, reset your password for project and everything. But all this can be edited. Okay, so clear for authentication. Clear for authentication. Okay, let me take a drink for 5 minutes a little bit. All right, 5 minutes a little bit, and then I continue for the last part, which is that database, so that you see the database. All right, so let's stop for 5 minutes database. Right, yeah, ini actually ni you sign in then, but forgot password is not there. Forgot password is not there because for the previous student, I give it as a homework, right? But for you guys, I just show. Okay, I will get a drink first, then come back. Okay. So next one. Okay, so next one, all right. So I'm going to initialize Firebase. So same thing as, right? Same thing as, same thing, right? Same thing as, same thing as Firebase authentication just now. All right, I need to declare that I want to use Firebase Cloud Firestore. Right? I want to declare that I want to use Firebase Cloud Firestore. So the first thing that I'm gonna have to do is I have to go here. I have to say that, all right, I want to use the Firebase as a database. Right? I want to use Firebase as a database. Yang kedua, one is I want it to do production mode, or second is I want it as a test mode. I think I put it as test mode. What is the difference? If I put it as a test mode, kalau I lupa tutup the server, kan, kalau I tak nak kena bayar, then it will close it for me, right? No, Firebase nothing to do with Firebase. I don't think Firebase is something to do with Firebase. I never heard of Firebase. Right. Nothing to do, nothing to do. All right, so here I create Firebase. Tadi I select test mode, right? I select test mode, and then this one I select the location where I want it, right? I select location where I want it. I always select Southeast lah, right? Because it's nearer to us. Southeast 1, Southeast 2, all right? Both are near to us. I said, right, now done, right? Enable, all right. Now I want to use the database. I want to create. Now this creating a database, similar to your module 2, right? Once you buat module 2, if you remember, kan, you buat mongodb and everything. You select where's your mongodb, right? You select it in I think we select in AWS, Southeast Asia as well, right? So this is almost the same thing as what you did in module 2, right? Jangan lupa after this, simpan video and everything, right? If you need to refer to it, you refer to it, right? So this means the thing is already set up, right? So once I have it, all right, this is set up. Then I can go to the next step. The next step is this one done, yeah. Add multi-dex enable inside app level build.gradle. So I have to follow this, yeah. So inside build.gradle, inside build.gradle, app level, so app level build.gradle. All right, so in this line, all right, this line, you know, version name, Flutter version name, I will add multi-dex enable true. All right, so this one is part of the configuration. You don't need to know in detail, it's part of the configuration. So once I have done that, then number 3, call the methods to add a data, to add CRUD, create, read, update, delete. All right, so you have to remember CRUD, create, read, update, delete. So to create a data, to add a data, you're going to use set data function. So, right, this is the code, right? This is the code, right? This is the code. This code, I am going to call it after login. After sign up. All right. What does it mean? After sign up, I'm going to add user that just signed up just now inside the database. So this is what the code means. Yeah? So creating a user collection after user successfully log in. So after successfully register. So after user register, I want to create the user inside the database, right? Inside this database. Dekat mana? Which file should I go? Right, I should go to register. All right, I should go to register. Right, I should go to register. Just now inside register, what did I do? All right, after user login, after user register, I have all this. Kan, I have all this. Right, so then I will do. I'm starting to get annoyed with this thing. Right, so I will do. So Firebase app. Firebase app kan? Dah lah, lupa lah. Okay. Kena ni. I will just do lah. Tiru-tiru lah. Kalau tak nanti lagi kita ambil lambat. Right, Firebase Firestore. Right, Firebase Firestore. Okay, I think I made a mistake. What is the mistake that I make? I think, alright, I forgot to add Firebase Firestore. Right. Just now is, if I'm not mistaken, alright, we add if I'm not mistaken. Right. If I'm not mistaken, alright, I letak dua je benda, alright. If I'm not mistaken, I put two things. The first one is Firebase OAuth, and the second one is Firebase Core. I think I have to add this as well. Cloud Firestore, and Firebase Core. So I think I forget this one. So I will quickly fix it. Alright, I make a mistake lah. I lupa kena buat benda tu. No lah, I should have. Last time I said I make the same mistake, but I did not update the document. Now I update the document. I think mungkin lah tak ada mistake lagi after this. So I'll just go here, installing. Let's see, cloud. Sorry, let me double check. Is it Cloud Firestore or Firebase Firestore? Yeah, let me double check sekali lagi. Okay lah, Cloud Firestore, correct. I forgot to add that. So this one, I need to add it. Here. All right, once I add it inside my pubspec.yaml. Right, and then I press pubget. Okay, so it's done. All right, it's done. I go back to this page. Right, I go back to register page just now. So inside register page, then I think it should be fine. So Firebase Firestore. So Firebase Firestore .instant. Firebase ini masalahnya because I did not memorize the code, so I'm going to do that. So Firebase Firestore .instant .collection user. So inside users table, or inside users collections, I'm going to add the following data. I'm going to add the following database. Right? What is the data? That I'm going to add? I'm going to add user, right? User email, right? So what is the email? The email will come from this one. I replace it with user so that it's going to be clear. Kalau tengok this one, I replace with user. So user. Sorry. This one is sorry. Alright, it's something like value, right? But this one I will have var user, right? Var user equals Ingat lupa ah. Okay. Wait a minute. Sorry. Doc. User dot id, right? User dot uid, right? UID. Okay, so actually, user.uid, user.uid, exclamation. Okay. So basically, right? Tambah satu code je lagi sini. So it's whatever that I have here, but I forget one more code. Right? So basically, this is okay. So if a user is created, I will add this data, or I will add this data, and this one it will have user dot email, right? It will have user ID, right? User dot UID, right? User.uid, and then we have created at, right? When the user register, so created at date.now, date.now, date time.now. All right, and then chat with, right? Chat with now. All right. So basically, every time a user registered, this will be added inside the database, right? Every time the user registered, this will be added inside the database. I think I make a mistake. Oh, set, right? So it's not add, it's set, right? Set. Okay, for me to test this, right? If I want to use my email tadi, right? Because just now I register. For me to test it, right? I need to delete back my user, right? Go to authentication, right? I need to delete, because if not, tak jadi lah, alright? If not, tak jadi, alright? Because I need to start from zero, alright? I need to register balik, right? Then only I can see if the data goes in or not, right? So I will re-register. So if you want to do this, kalau you dah buat kan, you kena buang balik. You have to remove back the user and then you edit. You re-register, right? So I will re-register, right? Re-register. Right. After I successfully re-register, all right, I will check the database. All right. So now I refresh here. I will refresh here. Everything is okay. And then I go to my Firestore database. All right. I go to my Firestore database. Something is wrong. Let me try. Sepatutnya ada. I think I make a mistake sebab tadi I ubah pub spec, but I didn't stop. Right, so I try one more time. Stop the data. Stop the program, right? Because I change things on pub spec. Right, remember every time we change thing on pub spec, we need to stop and play. Right? Oh, something is wrong. Let me see, what is it? Oh, this one. Well, I only know it now. All right. So I have to select 19, right? Minimum 19. We learned about the smallest you want to support, right? Last time, right? The smallest you want to support. So I didn't pay attention. Apparently, I have to select 19. Paling kecil 19. Right? I cannot put 16. All right. We just cover it. I think the last 2 days. Last 2 days we cover it. The support. Right? Which OS is support. So if I want to change this, I change it inside build.gradle. Right? Inside build.gradle. The app build.gradle, change it to 19. Right? I can only support paling kecil 19. If I want to use Firebase, Cloud Firestore, right? Authentication tak apa, but once I want to use a database, I have to support minimum 19. Where you change it, build.gradle, or masa mula-mula tu you dah buat siap-siap. Well, yesterday we cover, right? Buat file, new project, you select minimum 19. Okay, so let's see. So this one, all right. So I need to re-register. Right, I need to re-register. After I re-register, right, if everything is okay, right, if everything is okay, right, if everything is okay, right. So one user register, right, I will. Everything is okay. All right. If everything is okay, I should see myself here. All right. I should see myself here. And I should see, or I should see myself being added here, right? So this is myself, right? Muzaffar just now, right? So I need to have because this is like company, right? This is like company database, right? So of course, kalau I seorang, it will not be interesting. So I will register another user. So just for example, Hakim. I mean, this one is in the email dia takkan hantar email lah, unless if you do forgot password. So I will put email Hakim name, right? Then I will put another one. I will put for example Arif, right? Gmail.com, right? Normally dia tak ada lah, right? So right, so now, alright, so now everything, right, you will see that the user, right, jadi 3 user, 1, 2, 3, right? So I have Arif, I have Muzaffar, I have ni, right? So that's how you add data inside it. This is the database, right? Macam you punya module 2 database, macam you punya module 2, right? When you did MongoDB, this is MongoDB style database. Okay, I think I only have time for one more page, right? The yang detail tu I don't think ni. I will add one more. Done already. Oh, hari tu pun I sempat sini sahaja. Hari tu pun I sempat sini sahaja. Let me look for the code. I think I have it somewhere as well. Okay. I pindahkan apa? Okay, I pindahkan everything. Okay. This is the rest of it, but I think I only have time for one more page, which is the list page. All right. So what will happen? All right. What will happen? What will happen now is kalau ikut UI, right? If we follow the UI, all right. So once I go to the second page, all right. Once I go to the second page. Which link? I already give. Is inside the slide, I already give the link of the slide, this one. Somebody. It's the same. It's the same slide. I already copy paste it there. I already copy paste it.
Thank you, sir.
It's the same slide. Okay, so okay. The idea is once I go to the second page, all right, once I go to the second page, all the employees information, all my colleagues information will be there, except for myself, all right, so except for myself. So basically, right, if you do a query on database, I want all the users except for myself. So let's say that, for example, if Hakim log in, Hakim will only want to see these two, right? If myself log in, I want to see this person and this person. If this guy log in, he will see these two. That's what should happen. So what should happen now is I should know who's currently is logging in. So the app need to know who is currently logging in. So there is this page, right? Create the user ID and constructor. I need to know who is currently logging in. Or who is currently logging in. So I have to pass the data of the ID of the user who is currently logging in from the login page to the chat page. So inside chat.dat, inside chat.dat, I will, all right, I will create a constructor. So final string user ID, right? And then I will do chat page this dot user ID. So this is the principle of passing data from first page to second page. You see, you keep seeing the same principle. All the data. You belajar database, you belajar Firebase, but you keep seeing this, right? You keep seeing ni pula require. You keep seeing, alright, alamak, list view. You keep seeing text editing controller, because that's the important principle, right? How to pass data from one page to another page. That's the important principle, right? So you need to master that. Barulah you API ke database. You see, the only different part is the API, or use Firebase, or use local storage. But all this principle, passing data, creating form, right? Creating the UI, all is the same thing, right? You keep seeing it. So by exercise, then you should practice more lah. You should practice more, especially the first few topics, right? So that bila dekat hujung, when you say, oh, I want to pass data to second page, I want to pass data from the second page to first page, right? You have to know what to refer. So in this case, I want to pass the user ID from the first page to the second page. So what I should do on the second page, on the penerima, alright, I should add these two line of code. We already, I use penerima and penghantar. Now on penghantar, right? Now on penghantar, before if I want to open the page, I have to hantar the user ID, right? I have to hantar the user ID, right? That I want to hantar, right? Will be value dot. I will hantar the value dot user dot UID, value dot user dot UID, user exclamation mark, value dot user dot ID. Ini sama macam register just now. Alright, so once I have the information, siapa penerima dan penghantar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the data inside the list view using stream builder, right? And then this is slightly advanced a little bit, right? But this is normally how you show the data inside a list view using string builder, right? Yeah, using string builder. This is how you're going to do it. I'm going to fikir balik ya. I have to fikir balik. Where should I put it? Alright, so this one, right? This one I will show it. Alright, I will add this code. Alright, I will add this code inside chat. Body ni I buang, right? I will remove the body, right? Because just now it was for mock purposes. I will replace it with the stream builder. Jadi kalau pakai API, you akan buat chat. Kalau you pakai Firebase, you just use ya. And then stream builder query snapshot, right? Stream builder query snapshots. I will get the stream from Firebase Firestore dot instance collection users. I will get all the users. Itu maksudnya. I will get all the users. Dot snapshot tinggal. Dot snapshot. All right. And then builder, all right, so context for each of the snapshot. All right, so if there is no data, all right, if there is no data, I will show a circle progress indicator like last time. If there is data, all right, if there is a data, then I will show the list view, right? So I will get the data and I put it inside earn a list equals to snapshot dot require data dot dots, right? Then I will show the data inside the list, right? List view builder, item builder, item count, right? Item count equals to documents dot length -1. Okay, documents dot length, and then context position, right? So if documents dot position dot id equals to widget dot user id, I will return a container, or I will return container, all right. Else I will return a list style, right? List style username, so this is title, snapshot position, so snapshot title, sorry, title text, documents position, and then email. Okay, yang hujung ni jenis sikit, right? Because well actually because there is a stream builder inside the code, so dia susah sikit, right? But well, I will have to need reference lah, right? No choice already. You kena baca lah what is stream builder. That's a little bit advanced. It's a little bit advanced. So item builder ada arrow. Okay, so item builder. What's missing? Item builder. Context position curly bracket. What's missing? Documents or the body causing null, but the type is not possibly causing null to be written if documents widget ID. Right now, item builder context position. If item dot position return container, correct. Else return. What is it? A non-null value must be returned since the array doesn't allow null. Betul lah, everything is null. If return. Oh, I forgot the word return. Right, there's a word return here. Okay. All right, so let's say that I log in as myself. All right, I log in as myself. I put my password there. I can't remember what my password. I think it's the other one. Right, I should see. Oh, forgot. Ada dua N. Password. All right, I should see my friend's name just now. All right, so let's go through. So let's go through last few lines of code, and then ini. So this is how you get the data, all right, from the database. Right, this is how I get the data from the database. So I'm using stream builder, all right, stream builder to get data from Firebase. All right, so if you try to get lists of data from Firebase, all right, so if you're talking about list of data, this is the format. So I'm using stream builder to get the list of data from Firebase. All right. I am getting data from the users collection, right? Users collection. We did this in module 2. What is a collection? A collection is the name of the table atau collection or table. Kalau dekat dalam Firebase dekat mana, right? If it's inside Firebase, where is it? So this thing, perkataan users, right? So this is a users collection, right? If I want, I might have another one, restaurants collection. I might have another one, places collection, right? But now I have a users collection. So this one, I'm getting the data from users collection, users table. This is the from Firebase. I have to specify. It's always the same, from Firebase, Firestore. So nanti kalau you nak buat something, right, you just change this name. Change this name to something else, right? So if the data is not there, right, similar to what you saw last week, right? There is a part where I'm going to load the data from internet. I'm calling the API. So yang ini code je macam panggil API. Right, there will be a part where you're calling an API, the data is not there. It means that it's loading. It is still loading, right? Now the data is there, right? The data is there. The data is there. And being stored inside lists of documents, right? And then for each of the row, right? So if it is myself, don't show it. If not, I am going to show it on a style, the email of the person, right? So that's the code. So that's why you see everyone's email over here. So in the end, ada topic stream builder that we did not manage. Well, it's a little bit advanced lah, right? And then I think the notes also is not. I share it with engineers. So at the end, there is a topic stream builder a little bit advanced. But I think what is important is for you to know where to change. When will you use stream builder? When you see Firebase. And when you want to get the data from Firebase, you have to show inside a table. So that's where you're going to use Stream Builder. Okay, I think I will stop here. Well, need a little bit, but doesn't so I berhenti and everything. I think I can. Apa ni? Where is it? Okay. This one list time. Tadi kan kita buat card kan, so we can put card lah, right? We can put this inside the card. Cantik sikit lah, cantik sikit. What I'm going to do, right? I will also upload the code on GitHub now. I will also upload the code on GitHub now. And then as promised lah, right? We finish betul-betul lah. We are lucky we finish. Betul-betul. I arranged for it to finish betul-betul sebelum Chinese New Year, right? So hopefully, right? Hopefully, ni check at B24. Hopefully Chinese New Year you can have a quick look at the video and everything if you want to ni. Right, where was it? Let me check. CD patch module 3. CD week 6. Right, get in it. Okay. Dot. Right, get comment. All right, so hopefully it has been helpful, but what I can say is you have to do projects lah, right? You never know, all right? You never know if you know, you have to do project, you try more things, right? You have to build your portfolio, right? I think this just now this morning when Okay, someone asked the question kan. I tak apalah, I bagi lah ni, but now I sempat cover half. Alright, the other half you can check my slide. You can check my slide and try. So try. Or right, there will be plenty of exercise on you just Google Firebase Flutter. Firebase Flutter, you will see a lot of example and exercise. All right, any questions? Well, too late, not too late lah. Right. If you have any questions, not too late lah. If you have any questions, you can always let me know. But after this, my answer might be slower lah. Right. But I always answer. Sometimes I always answer lah. Right. But the answer will be slightly slower because new people will come in. Then I have to entertain them like I entertain you guys. All right. Not entertain like set time, petang, semua kan. But if you still have any question, you can always open. So sometimes also, some of the students keep asking me questions and everything. But I already tell them lah, boleh je. Tapi dia slow sikit lah, right? It's not as fast as now. Alright, it has been a pleasure. Alright, it has been a pleasure. I hope all the best with whatever that you want to do. Alright, for those who think